Okay, we are live. Now back to some fun topics, not sad or depressing topics, such as the one I did earlier on death. Okay, make sure I got everything going. Got the email ready. Let's read the question, as in the title. Justin explains everything. Where do you rank the Golden State Warriors dynasty? Amongst all the NBA great teams, you've had teams like the Celtics, Bulls, Lakers, et cetera, over the years winning several championships. This Warriors team has won now 4 championships in the last 8 years. Between 2015 and now today, 2022, they've won 8 championships in a 7-year period, 8 seasons, though. 4 championships. Steph Curry's been phenomenal. Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, head coach Steve Kerr, what they've done for the Warriors organization. Yeah, I got that. I got it. I mean, they've been amazing, the Golden State Warriors, over the last 8 seasons. In fact, I don't think a team except for the Chicago Bulls in recent memory has won 4 championships in an 8-year span. Since the Bulls of the 90s. Lakers have won several championships, the Spurs, and there's been other teams, but Celtics. But in recent memory, in an 8-year window, I don't think any other team has won 4 championships other than the Bulls in the 90s. Yeah. Where would I rank them, though? Like, where would I rank the Golden State Warriors, their dynasty, over these last 8 years, 7-8 years? Honestly, I think I would probably rank them. It's tough, but I would probably put them right around the top 5 greatest dynasties in NBA history. Now, by dynasty, I'm not talking about franchise history. I mean, obviously, over the course of a franchise, the Celtics have won 17 championships, the Lakers 17, they're both tied. The Bulls won 6 championships, in an 8-year stretch. I'm not talking about like overall totality. I'm just talking about dynasty as in a stretch of time with the same core group of players, like the Warriors, have Curry, Thompson, Green, same head coach, Steve Kerr, over these last 7-8 years. So when I say dynasty, I'm talking about, like an 8 to 10 year period, not overall franchise history. But if I had to rank the Golden State Warriors dynasty, this dynasty, spanning from 2015 to 2022, 4 championships in 8 years, 6 finals appearances. They did lose twice in the finals. They lost in 2019 to the Toronto Raptors, and then in 2016 they lost to Cleveland, LeBron James, Cleveland Cavaliers. So they've been to the finals 6 times in 8 years. They've won 4. I would rank them right on the fringe, right on the edge of top 5 dynasties in NBA history. I would put them on the fringe. I would say the Lakers dynasty between 2000 and 2010, Kobe and Phil Jackson doing their thing, winning 5 championships, would probably be above them. That was a great stretch. They made it to 7 finals appearances, won 5 during that 10-year period. Obviously, you got the Bulls of the 90s, In an 8-year period, they went to 6 finals, won all six championships. The 80s Lakers, the 1980s Lakers with Magic Johnson, Kareem, Pat Riley. They won 5 championships. Great decade for the Lakers. And then between the late 50s and 60s, up through the late 50s and late 60s, you had the Boston Celtics winning 11 championships in a 13-year period. 8 in a row, which that record's never going to be broke. No team is going to win 8 championships consecutively in a row. So what is that? That's 4 dynasties right there. Lakers of the 2000s, Bulls the 90s, Lakers of the 80s, Celtics 50s and 60s. You might even be able to throw in the San Antonio Spurs, Tim Duncan and the Spurs, Greg Popovich. They won 5 championships, but in a 15-year window from 99 to 2014. I would say to rank where I would rank this Golden State Warriors dynasty, I would put them 5th or 6th best all time. Probably 5th. I would say they're probably right on the top 5, like right on the fringe of being top 5 greatest dynasties in NBA history. This Golden State Warrior team. 4 championships in 8 years, 6 finals appearances during those 8 years. They also won 73 games in 2016. That's an NBA record, 73-9 record. They actually beat the Bulls record. The Bulls record was 72-10 record. Granted, they didn't win the championship that year. They did choke in the finals against Cleveland. But still, they set the record for most wins in a season, 73. You take all of that in for what it's worth. The championships, the consistency over the last 8 years. Like I said, I would say top 5. They are probably top 5 greatest dynasties in NBA history. Golden State Warriors. If I had to, like I don't like ranking players or dynasty teams, teams, in general, because it's so tough to rank, which team was better, which team was worse. But if I had to rank, the Celtics amongst the dynasties, and if I had to put up a number who's better than them, who's not, I would probably say the Lakers of the early 2000s, early to mid 2000s, was probably a little better. The Bulls of the 90s was probably a little bit better. The Lakers of the 80s with Magic Johnson and Kareem was probably a little bit better. The 50s and 60s Celtics probably a little bit better. And then 5th, I would probably put Golden State right up there in the 5th spot as probably the 5th greatest dynasty in NBA history. Now, obviously, this isn't factual. I'm not I can't for a fact say, oh, they're the 5th greatest, blah, blah, blah. I can't do that. But I would say they're probably, that's why I said probably top 5. Probably top 5 greatest dynasty in NBA history. Golden State Warriors. Awesome, phenomenal club with Curry, Thompson, Green. Steve Kerr as the head coach, I think is an amazing coach. Doesn't get enough credit. The ownership of Golden State, phenomenal. They do whatever they can to win. But yeah, to answer your question, I would say they're a top 5 dynasty in NBA history. Now, if we're going sports, no, they're not top 5 in all of sports. But NBA, I would say they're probably like the 5th or 6th, probably most likely 5th best dynasty in NBA history, this Golden State Warriors team. Phenomenal team. It was great to see Steph Curry get his first Finals MVP the other night against Boston. Great to see Golden State bounce back after struggling for the last 3 years. It was great to see. I was proud to see those guys win the championship. I did pick them to win the championship. No, I'm not, and I'm not trying to toot my horn and brag, but no, yeah, I did pick them to beat Boston. And they did. They beat Boston in 6 games, 4-2. Just a great NBA season. I think this season was really fun to watch. Awesome season. And yeah, I would rank this Golden State Warriors Dynasty top 5 all time. So guys, before I wrap this up, I appreciate the support, the thumbs ups, the subscriptions. When you guys subscribe, it helps the channel out a great deal. Comment down below for any kind of questions, opinions, support, and even constructive criticism. I'm open for criticism. If you want me to make a stream just for you, like this stream that I'm doing, go to the About section, click on that, then click the email, and email me a requested video or stream that you would like for me to make just for you, like this one. Anyways, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. You guys have a great rest of your weekend. It's Saturday night. I know I'm having a good time. I've had a few drinks. I'm feeling better. Earlier, my back was sore, so, I took care of that. And that's going to be it. You guys stay safe out there. Don't do anything too crazy. And have a great Saturday night. Peace out, guys. I'll see you on the next stream.